Isn't it strange, or at least funny, that a bunch of people who call themselves designers walk into a room together and show their work and have fine discussions, while the room is filled with trash and all kinds of stuff that doesn't matter and makes no sense at all? How can it be that they are not aware of that? How can a good idea appear on a desk which is not cleaned?
What the hell are we doing? What are we trying to prove in a way? Like, as though the end product had to be this message that this specific message that we were putting out.
They're playing with me, I'm going to play with them and see what happens. So what we did have was the exhibition space and the museum visitors.
It was the fruits, the table, this table, the chairs, the coffee installation. We didn't mention that one yet.
But
I
people,
think they loved it.
They did.
The walls, as they are now, because they are separating the room in more usable spaces. Also the conversation pit is something now. The bagels is one thing, and saying hello at the door.
Okay.
I was like, oh, they decided the space wasn't working, so they took direct action and rearranged it. But then I was like, they turned the chairs back to back. Fucking with their heads.
You never know when somebody's going to get out there and say, well, let's start a chain reaction.
That's okay.
They're playing with me, I'm going to play with them and see what happens.
It's not all about creating something fun and then or interesting for people and then just pulling the rug out from under them, or just a change for change's sake.
I'm scared that we're gonna I feel like everyone's expecting what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I feel well,
Not
obviously.
my
I mean, I'm
problem.
sure.
Now we've got a new situation. We've got a situation where people are on to the fact that we're manipulating things.
People came into a room the other day, all being designers, and not once looked around and were aware of their environment or aware of the design of the room as it was. Now we surprised them with a design, and it caused them to become aware by all the things that we did today.
What we try to do, as far as I understood it, is breaking up the whole design process into little pieces and to celebrate each step. And once we were aware of our audience and the chance to see them straight in the eyes while we were doing it, so seeing directly the effect of our purposes, we decided to do that in the room and to make visible each step we made, watching them carefully and adjusting the installation day by day.
I was just gonna say it's a beautiful tree. And there's ideas that are how you respond to your environment and human interaction and ideas of aesthetic and organization and function that we were exploring, but none of them make up a whole.
What are you, my psychiatrist?
Putting obstacles in their way not only symbolizes the obstacles that we all face as designers, but also makes us more aware.
So we had our method, we had our medium, and our motive was really to, in one channel, was to capture an audience's reaction to what we did, to be able to channel that with reworkings of what we did, and to be able to optimize the situation and the experience for the audience.
This is my answer. You can clip this part where I laughed just a minute ago. That's how I feel. And you can make a close-up of my eyes if you want to, because then you see how tired I am.
Oh my god!